Jalen Hurts, the brace is off. It's off. The knee is trending towards 100%. Jalen smiling. He's ready for this battle. And we ready as well. Look, man, just in case y'all forgot, this is who I am. This ish right here is what I do. This is the Diamond Crew. But I want to give a shout out to my G's and my OGs. But you already know what to do. But if you're new to the channel and you like content like this, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to like. I need you to comment. I need you to subscribe. I need you to share this. I need you to hit that notification bell so you're always up to date. I'm going to say it until your ears bleed. That's the things I need you to do. Support the channel. So, look, man, let's get into the game review real quick, man. I'm so pumped up. I'm just ready for this. I can't wait to get going. You know, I've been waiting for Eagle football for a long time now, and it felt like forever. It felt like forever. But Monday, November 20th, 7:15 p.m., Arrowhead Stadium, Kansas City, Missouri. The Philadelphia Eagles go in 8-1, and we're going to see Kansas City, who is 7-2. And we ready, man. Y'all thought that the battle that we had with the Dallas Cowboys was the best stuff, was a good game. This is about to be a better game. The weather conditions, man, they're going to be around like the low 46 degrees. You know, that'd be the low. The high, you know, it'll be around 54 degrees. You know, it'd be partly cloudy, you know. So have a little bit of winds, about 8 miles an hour. This is a good enough weather to assert our dominance. The weather should have no effect on this game because the Eagles is coming to town and we about to get it popping. That's what it is. So, you know, as we looking to these two teams, you know, we want to give a good analysis. The Eagles are ranked around 5th, you know, in total offense, and KC is ranked around 8th in total offense. So, you know, we can definitely tell that we are the better offense, but KC is not no slouch. They're not no slouch, and they can get hot at any moment. They will get hot at any moment. The Eagles are ranked around 14th in total defense. Kansas City is ranked around 4th in total defense. So that tell you right there, you know, at what spectrum and what we seeing that we got to come in here and make sure that we play good ball. The Eagles are ranked around 17th in turnovers. I think Kansas City is ranked around 26 in turnovers. So, you know, we are a team who can turn the ball over. We haven't done it as much this year as I would like, but I do know that we can get some turnovers, and I'm hoping and praying that we get a turnover this game. It's tough to get Mahomes to make a mistake. We know that, but in all actuality, I think that we can, especially coming off this bye. KC was on a bye as well, so they coming off a bye, we coming off a bye. It's perfect, man. KC won 3 of the last 4 matchups that they have had. I think they lost to Denver. That was their last loss. The Eagles won 3 of their last 4 games with us losing to the Jets. That's our only loss. We have been on a 3-game win streak. So, like I said, man, I've been saying it forever. The Philadelphia Eagles know how to win. And, you know, it may not be pretty. It may not be our best ball, but winning is the only goal here. And we down for it. We ready to see it. Look, man, the Eagles are getting rather healthy right now. Cam Jurgens, Nikel Roby, Grant Calcaterra, Evans, they should all be good to go, at least be available for Monday night's game. But we did lose Dallas Goedert and we did lose Nakobe Dean. But the good thing about this is Dallas Goedert did not go on IR, and we may be able to get him back earlier, as I said in my last video. So I'm excited about that because I can't wait to get Dallas Goedert back on the field. He's a mismatch for a lot of these teams. I think Dallas Goedert will be the loss that affects us the most in this game. You know, we're going up against Travis Kelce, a great player. The probably the best tight end to do it. Probably the best tight end to do it. And we have to, he's going to get off. Pause. He's going to do his thing, but we definitely got to do it. He was one of the reasons why we took a big L. Man, he made a lot of big plays in the Super Bowl last year. But Dallas Goedert, getting back to him, he did just come out of surgery. He was on the sideline today while they were practicing along with my dog Maddox. I really feel like we need to probably start putting a lot more respect on Maddox's name. I know he's not always available, but when he's in the game, this defense is that much better. And we got to admit it. I know it's tough to admit it, but we got to admit it. So I want to get into a QB comparison between these two quarterbacks because, in my opinion, these are the top two quarterbacks, the best two quarterbacks in the league. If I had to say so myself, I know I might get a lot of kickback for that, but look, it is what it is. It is what it is. So if we're looking at the yards right now, at the present moment, Patrick Mahomes has about 2,442 yards total passing, while Jalen has 2,347 yards. So it's looking like Patrick Mahomes is getting about 271.3 passing yards per game, and Jalen Hurts is right behind him with 260.8 yards per game. So if you want to talk about percentages, Patrick Mahomes is around 68.6, while Jalen is around 68.9. So as you can already tell, man, these two players, man, their stats are similar. They're playing at a very high level, and they come out and battle every week. Patrick Mahomes, he's seen about 17 touchdowns so far this season, while Jalen Hurts has also seen about 15, just two away. Jalen Hurts has been playing lights out along with Patrick Mahomes as well. If you want to talk about the QBR rating right now, Patrick Mahomes is seeing about 96.7 QBR rating, while Jalen is sitting around about 97. So look, man, you could just tell that these quarterbacks are elite. These quarterbacks, they make smart plays. They always ready to battle, no matter what. Let's get into the running backs. While analyzing this game, Pacheco is a guy who you have to game plan for. You have to make sure you know where he's at on the field. He runs hard. He's quick. And if you let him get a little bit of space, man, he can really make you pay. And he can catch out the backfield, man. So, these are things that we need to be aware of when we game planning for Pacheco. He's played in about 9 games so far. He had 124 carries for 525 yards. He also had 3 touchdowns this year, so he definitely can find his way to the end zone, and that's from the ground or from a pass. So we definitely got to make sure that we game plan for Pacheco, man. He's a really good talent. But as we get over and we talk about my guy, DeAndre Swift, a really good player, man, a really, really good player, and we love that we have him on this team. And I also think that this is the game where we need to rely on him heavy. We're getting Cam Jurgens back. He's healthy. He should be starting Monday night. We should be running the ball. He should see 20 carries at least. At least. He may get stuffed on 5 of them, whatever. Make sure Swift get the ball, please. But DeAndre Swift has played in 9 games this year. He had 135 carries. So he has seen a little bit more carries than Pacheco. But also he has about 614 yards so far this season and 3 touchdowns. So, he's on track, most likely to hit around that 1,000 yards. I'm not sure if he's ever even seen 1,000 yards yet in his career. So that'd be amazing for him. As I've been saying all year, I would love to make DeAndre Swift 1,000-yard back. And I think this is the year to do it. In this game, we need to pad those stats. So, as we talked about the running backs, I want to get into these pass catchers because they are prevalent. They are something you got to game plan for on both sides. On the Eagles, we already know who we got, and KC has some really good pass catchers as well. But the number one pass catcher over there is, as you all know, Travis Kelce. He's played in 8 games. He had about 57 receptions on 72 targets, and he's already at 597 yards and 4 touchdowns this year. Look, man, that's amazing stats. And for him to even miss a game and still, have such great stats at this point in the year. Travis Kelce is a guy who you can game plan for, and he can still make you pay. He can still make you pay. We got to keep eyes on Travis Kelce. We can't let him do what he wants. But another guy I want to discuss, man, because it's this guy, I think it's Rasheen Rice. It's his name. I hope I didn't butcher that. But he's really come on as of late. Pause, man. He's played in 9 games. He had 32 receptions on 41 targets, and 378 yards and 4 touchdowns. So, this kid is really quick, a great receiver, can burn you really fast. He can high point the ball. He can get behind the linebackers. You're going to see him everywhere on the field. This is a guy who I think that we need to make sure that we get a hold of. They have a really good receiving corps. I mean, I wouldn't say it's really good, but I would say between Kelce and Rice, those 2 guys are the guys that we need to make sure that we game plan for. But, let's move over to the green side of things. Let's talk about my dog, AJ Brown. 9 games so far this season, 67 receptions on 92 targets. He has 1,005 yards this already after the bye week. AJ Brown is having a monster season. 1,005 yards at this point in the season is crazy. Did you hear me? Is that resonating in your brain? He has 1,005 yards and 6 touchdowns. That man is balling. Best receiver in the league, man. But right next to my dog, AJ, we got Schmitty, my guy, Devontae Smith, a guy who we are so blessed to have on his roster. It could be a number 1 on almost every roster in this league. And to have him as our number 2 is crazy. But that's a testament to Howie Roseman and how good he has been. But Devontae Smith, man, has played 9 games, 42 reception on 60 targets, and he has 533 yards. So that's already over 1,500 yards, productive yards from our receivers. Jalen is having a good year. Our receiving core is having a good year. That's amazing. Devontae Smith was also able to, snag 4 touchdowns this season. So, he done found his way to the end zone as well. And I still think that Devontae Smith is still going to hit that 1,000 yards this season. I believe that he's that good. He's done it. He's going to get to 1,000 yards. And, we're just going to get better from here. And that's scary. That is scary. So, let's talk about this head-to-head matchup, how these 2 teams, have played in this last few times. Kansas City beat the Eagles 4 out of last 7 matchups, last being the Super Bowl. Kansas City beat us 38-35. That was something that just, it didn't sit well with me. I've got over it, but it was definitely a tough loss. But with my guys being there, experiencing it, that's amazing. I appreciate that, man, because I had so much fun cheering for you guys, y'all whole season last year. It was a great season. It was a great season of podcasting. I had so much fun talking about it. You know what I'm saying? So, and we doing it again. So I'm just excited to be an Eagle fan, man. And that's real rap. So I want to get into a few key players, to watch as we move through this podcast. Kansas City, man, we already know number 1 guy there, Patrick Mahomes. You have to watch him. It's going to be tough to even contain him, but we got to do the best we can. Pacheco, he's another guy who you have to game plan for. Like I said, man, Travis Kelce, these guys are the guys, who can really kill you in the game. They can really change the trajectory of a game really, really fast when they get hot. So we got to make sure we do what we do. We have a really good defense, and I think we can expose it, but they do have a really good defense. I mean, that defense was the reason why they won last game, because Mahomes didn't have his best game the last game they played. I don't even think Kelce had that good of a game last game, but they was able to pull out that win from a defensive play. So this team can get got. That's what I want everybody to realize. Everybody like, oh, well, y'all got the Chiefs. Y'all got the Chiefs. This is the gauntlet. The Chiefs got the Philadelphia Eagles, man. And that's what I want y'all to realize. That's what I want y'all to understand. We are a really good team in this league. We're the best team in this league right now. Things may change, and I'm hoping not. But right now, you better let us talk our ish because we're the best team. But you already know if you are Andy Reid and Spags and all those guys in Kansas City, players for y'all to watch would probably be number one, numero uno, Jalen Hurts. He's been playing lights out this season, an MVP season for the second time in a row. This is third year starting. Definitely a guy to watch. DeAndre Swift, one of those guys who will burn you fast and they will jump right over you like you're a hurdle, like you ain't a grown man, like you're a baby out there. He jumping right over you. DeAndre Swift, he's a guy you got a game plan for. Of course, this receiving core is something that you have to look out for. 1,500 yards this season, halfway through. A.J. Brown, my dog, is a monster. It's hard to game plan for a guy like that. It's hard to game plan for that because he go up and get it. And you're gonna have to fouling. I mean, you're gonna have to PI. You're gonna have to because he's too good. You're gonna get a PI. AJ Brown giving out PIs as well. And I also want to talk about, man, a guy who I think we all thought was gonna have a good season. And I think that he's came up big for us, just like we thought he would. But a player who's been playing lights out this season, in my opinion, is the guy named Reed Blankenship, man. He's been a dog. He's been getting turnovers when we needed it. When we have no choice, teams are driving, he get turnovers. So shout out to those guys, man. Shout out to those players. Those will be the players to watch. If you got some of those players on your fantasy team or whatever in your lineup, make sure that you got them guys starting because they're going to have a great game. Let's talk about a prediction, man. I know a lot of people don't want to say a prediction this fast, this early in the weeks, with us not playing till Monday night. But I want to do it, man. I'm going to give it to you. Pause. So my prediction for this game is Philadelphia 34, Kansas City 28. The Eagles going to win a nail biter in a redemption game from the Super Bowl. This is our time. The Philadelphia Eagles are ready. And I think this is a game that we're going to go in and win. That's a hot prediction. That's a hot take. And you heard it here first. Another thing I want to bring up, while we're perusing through this, before we jump up out of here, man, is I want to talk about what we about to see, where we going. We're going in the Arrowhead. The fans and the crowd factor is going to definitely play a part on how we operate on the field. So we have to be clean. We have to limit the mistakes. We have to do that because it's going to be tough to hear. So we got to all be on the same accord. You know what I mean? It's going to be that fan base out there. They have a really good fan base. They support their team and they're going to be loud. So, do I think that the Kansas City being at home, they're going to have the advantage? I think to an extent, but a point that I want to bring up, man, is the Philadelphia Eagles are 4-1 this year in away games. So we've been playing good at home this year, but we've been playing good on the road as well. A lot of teams this year, especially in our division, they have a problem with winning away from their own house. You know what I'm saying? And the Eagles don't do that. Obviously, if we 4-1 in away games. So, that's something to think about. I know the Arrowhead going to be loud, but the Philadelphia Eagles are a well-coached bunch. They know what they're going into, and Jalen Hurts is he in command, and I trust him. So, look, real quick, man, let's get into the injury report as of today, Friday. This is what it is right now. This may change, and as it changes, I will update y'all with that. But this is what it looked like right here. A really clean injury report. We got a lot of guys coming back, but at the same time, we are getting healthy. We have been beat up all year, battered and bruised, as I said. But the Philadelphia Eagles, we have learned, we figured out how to win, and it's the next man up mentality. That's basically what it is. Let's talk about the betting line odds. The Chiefs are favorites to win, so we're the underdogs, and we always play better when we're the underdogs as well. The Chiefs are the favorites. They're expected to win by at least a field goal, but less than a touchdown, currently around -3. And over and under of about 45.5 points has been set up for this matchup. So that's something to look at. There it is. You heard it here first. So I want to get into the keys of victory real quick. And this is why I think that the Philadelphia Eagles can pull this dub up, man, because I have a positive outlook on the Eagles' chances in his upcoming game against the Chiefs. Jalen should have improved mobility, man. That knee is getting healthier. Without the knee brace, that should be able to help this RPO, and he should be able to use that to his advantage. Since the threat of his legs are back, that's something else that you got to think about when you're out there, and that could get you hurt real quick. To secure a win this week, the coaching staff, strategic decisions, and the team overall execution needs to be crucial. It has to be crucial. You understand what I'm saying? It has to be. We have to have a good showing, and we have to do that moving forward. I think that we stumbled a lot, as we move through the season. But I think this is the time where we just had our bye. We're getting healthy. Players are coming back. That the execution and the strategic thinking has to be a key. Situational play calling, man, has been an issue, but it has to be at its best this week. We have to make sure we put these guys in position and we call great plays. We have to run the ball. Give it to Swift. Give it to Penny. Give it to these running backs. Keeping a clean game and leveraging the advantage and roster and strength, that's also a key factor, man, because we have the better roster. So I think that we can use that to our advantage. If everybody come out and they play good, they play a clean game, things could go our way. But that's it, man. Saying all that, we can get this dub. We're going to get this dub. I feel really strong about that. But make sure y'all hit the sub up, for this channel, and hit the notification bell so you can stay tuned in for real-time updates and analysis closer to the game. You want to make sure you have the latest information on both of these teams. But if you feel like this video helped you out, please do the channel a favor. Hit that like button and comment. But for now, holla out.